Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of That's Never Happened Before, which is my favorite thing to hear during main GDQs now because I'm like, that's my show, which is great. But it came there first. We just borrowed the idea. Anyway, hope you are all doing well. Welcome back. Very excited for our episode today. I am joined by Can't Even. How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so Can't Even Here is the current world record holder of Portal 1, any percent out of bounds. So I figured he was the perfect person to have on the show to talk about lots of Portal glitches. So we are going to get into it today. We are looking at the out of bounds glitches and then the inbounds. So we're going to see demonstrations of the runs and then also like the extreme breakdowns. I know that you have a lot you want to share about them. So before we get into that, because this is like your show, I'm excited to see what each runner has to bring every episode. It's very exciting for me. This is why I really like doing the show. But I wanted to hear a little bit about like what got you into Portal in the first place. Like, why did you start running Portal?
Well, I actually started running Portal 2 was the first game that I played, and then I started running Portal 1 because honestly, I don't really remember why. Probably just because, if I'm running Portal 2, I might as well run Portal 1.
Yeah, probably.
And another speedrunner by the name of M Sushi, he has a very popular YouTube channel, but he started running Portal 1, and then I started running Portal 1 to like race him, and then we both like traded world records back and forth for a while. I think that's probably the main reason why I got to this level in this game.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think that that's a really common thing to have somebody, if you're involved enough in a community, to have someone that's also motivated like you, and then you have that kind of natural competition. But it's not like it's not about aggression or anything. You're just both interested in seeing how well you can do, and having that other person keeps you going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely understand that. So like, what do you find the most interesting about running Portal? Or Portal 2?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm talking about Portal today, so I'll focus mostly on Portal. But I think Portal as a game, as a speed game, is really interesting, any percent, because it is so short. The any percent world record that you alluded to earlier is currently 6 minutes and 16 seconds. And it could very well be pushed down to under 6 minutes with some of the new strategies that some people have found recently. And in a game that short, it is very possible to do a complete run with like basically no mistakes, which is obviously every speedrunner's holy grail. And unfortunately, it never happens. Even in a game like this, you can never really get a run with no mistakes. However, you can get really, really, really close, which is something that I find a lot of fun, at least after I have done it. Sometimes it's not as fun while you're doing it.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's like the double-edged sword thing about being a speedrunner as well. So you're like, oh, I know I can do better. I understand that. I definitely feel that. Why out of bounds? So we're going to see out of bounds and inbounds because the show is focused on glitches. This is the whole show. The whole point of this show that we do in general is to highlight and break down glitches you see in speedruns. Sorry, it's just a quick question from the chat. So that's why we don't do glitchless on this show, because we literally just all glitches in here. So we're going to see all of those and then hear how they work and then break them down. And then anyway. So yeah, is there anything else that you currently run besides Portal, by the way?
Besides Portal 1 and Portal 2, I run a few of the mods, mostly mods for Portal 2. And I'm not actively running right now, but I've ran Portal Stories Mel in the past. I've ran Aperture Tag in the past. And relatively recently, when Portal Reloaded came out, I ran that too. I think I still have world record in Portal Reloaded and Aperture Tag. I think I used to have world record in one of the categories in Portal Stories Mel. I don't think I do anymore. That game is actually really popular for speedrunners.
Gotcha.
But aside from that, I've dabbled in running games like Red Ball 1, Super Mario Bros. I've attempted to start running a lot of things, but none of it was ever really serious. Because once you're already speedrunning something, it can be really hard to start speedrunning another game because it's so hard to start speedrunning. I can just say, oh, if I want to speedrun, why would I learn Zelda when I can keep playing Portal.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's cool to see that like Portal is your bread and butter, is the main scope of what you focus on.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can branch out. It's just finding the time to put in the effort for another series. Like it is a whole new thing. But you know, there are a lot of people out there who run a ton of different games. So it's just like what you think you'll have the most fun with and put the most passion into at the end of the day.
Yeah, and the Portal games have consistently been, ever since I started running in like 2014, I think it was, either Portal or Portal 2 has consistently been a fun game to speedrun. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how the games do it, but it is consistently is the wrong word. It is usually fun.
Okay. Yes, that's a good way to put it. I mean, in my opinion, I think Portal has really fun movement, so that lends really, really well to speedrunning.
Yeah, the Portal movement is really kind of snappy, and it's very fast if you do it right.
Yes, and this game is super broken. So with that being said, I would love to get into it. So whenever you're ready, we can get started, and you can take it away. And again, chat, for those of you who have questions, feel free to ask in chat. I will be looking at that and able to relay questions when we have a moment to ask them.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, you brought up the movement. Before I start like going into a run and actually like going through the routes, I will actually go to a sandbox type area and demonstrate some of the movement.
Cool.
Oh, I do not have the save in this version of the game, so I'll have to do a little cheating here, but that's okay.
No worries. We are not we're not going for world records on this show by any means. So.
I don't think they would let me do this. But this is the perfect place in the area. This is the parking lot, like the cutscene at the end of the game, by the way. If you're ever curious, it's in the map that the GLaDOS fight is in, and you just no clip out of bounds. So this game,
in the same section.
Same direction? What?
Wait, what do you, it's in the same place as the fight, you said?
Yeah, because this map, this is the GLaDOS room.
Well, you found me. Congratulations.
Oh, okay, it's just all in the same, like, loaded area. I got you.
Yeah,
okay.
And I made her talk now, so she's not going to shut up, so. Yeah, but it's all loaded. This is like one of the biggest maps in the game. It takes forever to load. And the cake room is also down there. There's just a lot here.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
But anyway, in this game, and they implemented this movement feature when they released the orange box, when Valve released the orange box back in 2007. They tried to fix bunny hopping. So if you try to bunny hop in this game, it doesn't really work. I'm not getting a lot of speed. And you're just going to have to take me on my word that it's not because I'm bad at bunny hopping. Because bunny hopping is in Portal 2, and I also run that game. So bunny hopping just doesn't work in this game. But as a consequence of them removing bunny hopping, they added something where if you just jump backwards, you gain exponential speed. I'm going much faster than any human ever should be able to. Because when you land, they take the speed that you're going and they just give you a certain amount of speed in the opposite direction, and that's how they fixed it. But they didn't really say the opposite direction like they should have, because the game just assumes that I'm going forward as long as I'm not holding any keys. So if I just jump backward without holding any movement keys, the game thinks I'm going forward and gives me backward speed, so I end up going faster. And then the next jump, because I'm going even faster, the game gives me more backward speed. And then that just repeats forever. And you can get going to the actual maximum speed that the engine will allow, which I think was like 300 miles an hour, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
In seconds. And also, the same reason that the game will let you go backwards faster, you can actually do the same thing going forwards if you press the back key. It's a little bit harder to do. But once you get up to speed, it's pretty easy. If you just hold back, you can jump forward like this. And this is not bunny hopping. You never get the chance to go this fast in an actual speedrun. But this is what is possible with the movement technique of this game. And if you want to see people do actual crazy things with this movement, a Half-Life 2 speedrun, Half-Life 2 New Engine specifically, is a great place to watch because it has the same movement, mostly. but the areas are much more wide and open, so you can really see what it's about. All right, now with the movement out of the way, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna launch into a speed run. I'm gonna stop and explain things along the way. So this is the very first chamber of the game. It's where you have to just sit this timer out, and then GLaDOS starts talking at you to wait for the portal to open. However, in this past summer, like the summer of 2021, the community found a way. I don't remember who it was at the moment. Somebody who's watching might say in chat, but the community found a way to skip this cutscene, which saves an entire minute, and it's done with this radio and this bed. So I'm going to try to demonstrate it here. Okay, this looks like it might be good. What I'm doing here is I'm repeatedly hitting a button that makes a quick save and then immediately loads it. So it's not just one long eternal loading screen. I am actually repeatedly making a save and loading it. And in the source engine, that does all sorts of wacky things. For example,
Is that like, are you, oh, I'm sorry, just a quick question. Are you spamming, is it like a super fast spam between the
No.
two, or is it like a very well timed?
yeah, you don't spam it super fast. It's
Okay.
I would say it's about 1 to 2 times a second. Okay, this is a good one. I'm hitting it at about hit at about
Okay,
that speed.
That's what I wanted to know.
And it's not super precise, and it also varies between computers. But that's what the skip looks like. You're able to get stuck in that bed while it closes, and then by getting stuck in the bed, you kind of get stuck in this glass wall.
Welcome to the Aperture
And then the radio is able to push you out while save loading. And you end up out here, and you can just go here and continue the game like normal.
That's awesome.
Now that I've demonstrated that, I'm actually going to switch to a different version of the game that is a lot easier. Actually, no, it's a lot harder. But there's 2 versions of the game. The version I was playing on was the less old version, and this is the more old version of the game. You can tell because it says best experience with ATI Radeon graphics on it. But this version of the game, it's a little bit harder to do this. So, but this version makes a lot of other things in any percent out of bounds possible.
Okay.
So
I was about to ask.
after you get out of there with the radio, you just go here and you do this like normal. There's no fancy way to skip this, except that. I'm a bit out of practice, admittedly, but you can just throw that there. And if you do it ideally, it is fast enough.
You have your little logo up there. That's awesome.
Yeah. I stole this idea. Stole is a generous word, but M Sushi did the same thing, which made more sense because his color is purple, and you know Twitch is also purple. But I think it looks pretty good. And then yeah, that was an elevator. That's the most annoying part of any percent and really Portal in general is that there's so many elevators and they're all 14 seconds long. Some of them are longer. And in a 6-minute game with like 14 or 15 elevators that are 14 seconds, I've done the math before. Over half, roughly half of the time spent in the game is just waiting. You're just waiting for things to happen. So this room in the game is actually home to one of the most recently discovered. This glitch was literally, this route was found literally, I think 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now. And I have not had the chance to do runs with it. So I am very out of practice, but I will be able to demonstrate sort of what happens. Essentially, I'm going to put this cube right inside of that blue portal when it opens. And then I'm going to jump at the cube and start save loading again in a rhythmic fashion like I did to get out of the vault earlier. And this save loading will allow me to get save glitch through what is called, this method of getting save glitch is called egg. I don't know why. But basically, what I
Some eggs in
believe
that?
happens, and I'm just the runner, I'm not the best scientist of this game, but what I believe happens is that while you're save loading, because you're touching the cube, The cube allows you to move through the space, the hole in the wall opened by the portal, without actually being teleported by the portal. So whenever I go through a portal, there's actually a hole in the wall. The game is making a hole in the wall. It's just that when I get through it, it teleports me to the other side. But with Egg allows me to move through this hole in the wall, not actually go through the portal, and then I end up here, which conveniently is the end. But not only that, because I moved through a portal in a really weird way that the game did not anticipate, I now have save glitch. And save glitch is what happens whenever the game kind of thinks you're near a portal, but you're not actually near a portal. And this is like the one glitch that will get very, very in detail, or as much in detail as I can in the inbound section. But essentially for now, if you have save glitch, it kind of allows you to walk through a lot of walls. That is the main use of save glitch for any percent. It's really just a tool that lets you walk through walls. But anyway, now that I've kind of explained it a little bit, here is me attempting omelet skip. Just forewarning, this is probably not going to work first try, but I will have a save so that we can pretend that it works. Yeah, I didn't get it. Normally, if you get it, it would look like this. You would be here in front of the orange portal, except you're not really in front of the orange portal. You're actually in this hallway.
Whoa.
Like where I'm looking at, this is where my real body is. However, when I walk towards this door, I kind of get teleported here. Only my camera is in this position. My body is still in this hallway. Only my camera is in this position, I think. Again, this is all really weird, and it doesn't usually matter for running. But anyway, once I've done this and now I have save glitch, I can jump into this portal, walk through the doors, shimmy over to the edge. This shimmying is a little bit difficult. Shimmy over to the edge of the elevator, and then with save glitch, phase through these walls here, ride up the edge of the elevator, and then when I get to the top, I'll do a jump and a save load, and it teleports me to the very top of the elevator. So now I'm in the next map. This is the map where you get the portal gun. And except I'm on top of the map, which allows me to do a jump like so. And now I'm right on top of the portal gun. And a cool thing about Out of Bounds, I mentioned how save loading does all sorts of crazy things. If I do a save load, see how I get pushed down. Just 4 or 5 of those, and now I am in the map with the portal gun, and I can get the portal gun. So in a full scenario, it only takes like 4 or 5 seconds to grab the portal gun, which is a lot faster than the like 30-second cutscene that you have to sit through at the beginning. And that new route, that whole thing from the omelet skip, egg skip, whatever, in chamber 1 all the way to here, the ability to combine that with the thing in the radio and the bed at the beginning to get out of the vault, the combination of those 2 techniques is the new route that they found like 2 weeks ago that allows somebody to beat the game in under 6 minutes. I don't know if it will be me because I don't have time to do runs right now, but the game can now be beaten in under 6 minutes, which I just think is really cool. Because the task for this game currently sits at 5 minutes and 13 seconds. It could actually go a lot lower, but currently it's at 5 minutes and 13 seconds. And it would be really funny if the RTA and the task were within the same minute. Because if you haven't seen the task, I'd recommend you go watch it. Just look up Portal Task in 5:13. It is an absolutely incredible watch.
Agreed. Yeah, so you're saying that this saves an additional 15 or more seconds, right? Off
15 to 16 seconds generally. There's a few seconds of wiggle room depending on execution.
Awesome.
But then again, that's also saves like 15 seconds over the old route, which saves like 20 seconds over that old route, which saves like 20 seconds over doing it normally.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what's the difference between the current route and casual?
Yeah, I think it's a well over a minute of time save up to this point. Just doing it casually,
Nice.
you could get to the portal gun in well faster than a minute, because currently you skip the vault that you wake up in. That's about 50 seconds of time save.
Okay.
And then you enter, I think you enter the elevator at about a similar time that you could do if you were running it casually. Or no, you enter the elevator sooner, I think. And then you get to skip this cutscene. So yeah, even before I get the portal gun, you can save so much time. Right. So do you have any questions? Is there something that I should like go over more? Or can I launch right into the fun part?
I've been looking at chat. I am keeping up well so far. We've got our egg, and then I mean everything's pretty straightforward. Like the save loading, like that is seems like a very, very useful thing for moving through walls.
It is a very
general.
useful button. Yeah.
Yes.
And just to reiterate, save loading is it doesn't have to be a button. Like if I were to do a save glitch here, because this is the save glitch you would do, all I have to do is make a save. I just make a quick save. You could even go in the menu, save game, and like hit the save button. And then I load that quick save, and that's all it is. And now I have save glitch and can do whatever. All that a save load is it just puts those actions into one. I hit one button, it makes a save, and then loads it.
Right.
Very useful, and I missed it. Very useful button.
Left seeing you load and then fall through the map.
Yeah, that's the biggest application of save glitch in this game. In this
Awesome.
category. Save glitch gets way more complicated in inbounds, which I would love to talk about, and I will, fortunately.
Yep. This is why the show exists.
Right.
We went over that before, so. Okay, great. Yeah, let's see what's next with it.
Okay, so once I grab the portal gun, I just shoot the portal right about there, get a save glitch, shoot under there. I'm just going full speed now. I will go over this in a second. This is the route for this map, though. And then now I'm entering Chamber 4 with a save glitch preserve. So I'm guessing there's some questions. I will go over that.
Yes, please.
So this save glitch is gotten through what is known as like kind of the normal method or edge glitch. By being close to the edge of a portal, actually, this is a great time. Wait. Okay. This is a great time to bring in the save glitch overlay. So this,
Ooh, okay.
this sort of screen in the top left corner of the screen is an indication of where my portal gun is firing from, which normally doesn't seem like it would all be that useful because your portal gun fires from your body, right? Where else would it go? However, save glitch messes with that whole kind of concept. So if I have my portal here, you'll notice the view is now not where my normal view is. And I can make the view bigger. The view is now above the orange portal, even though I'm standing above the blue portal. And you can also notice, oh, sorry, what?
Is it because since you're on the ledge, it's kind of going through the blue portal back to the orange one?
Yeah, exactly.
Got it,
A
okay.
part of my body is, in a sense, going through the portal. A lot of people are probably saying that's not quite correct because it is not quite correct. But essentially, my portal gun is acting like it's through the portal, even though I am not actually. And you can see that because if I shoot here, it's a portable surface, but it's not going anywhere because it's actually shooting over there. And you see I can shoot there, and it lands there, even though that's not where I was aiming.
Interesting.
And by save loading here, so I can get save glitch, I can now move around anywhere, and where I'm aiming is not where I'm looking. And this fact isn't necessarily that useful for out of bounds. However, another cool feature of it is that if I move far enough away from this blue portal, walls stop becoming solid. And for that matter, floors too, and ceilings. And really, anything, any wall, floor, or ceiling, most static things are not solid. Most static things that are far away from the portal that you save glitched on are not solid.
Okay, as long as you've save glitched at the right spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these
Got it.
routes are all incredibly pre-planned.
Gotcha.
So by going down here and shooting that portal down there just makes this a little bit easier by allowing you to stand further out. But I can then stand out of bounds on the ledge and see into this shot, which is right under the elevator. But if I just shot this shot, then if I save glitched on the blue portal, and if any floor that is far away from the blue portal is not solid, what happens when I shoot the shot is that I fall through the ground. Which is, I mean, cool, I guess, but it's not really what you want. So another cool thing about save glitch is that if you get near a portal at all, it's canceled and you're back to normal. So I can shoot this shot and then go in front of the orange portal and it's back to normal. So now I have a portal that is out of bounds, and under the elevator. But if I just go through that portal, obviously I would just fall out of bounds. So now is time for one of the other glitches in Portal that are in any percent that is very useful. It's called a Portal Quick Reentry, I believe. And it's that. It lets you get in bounds if you have a portal out of bounds. And the reason it works is because if I'm halfway in a wall portal and I shoot a portal, if I shoot this blue portal away, I would just be stuck in the wall, which would be kind of really annoying. So Valve put in something that would let you, if this blue portal gets deleted while you're in it, it will search for the closest space that is like completely in bounds and put you there, just like this, so I'm not stuck in the wall anymore. And the same concept applies in floors. It's just a little bit harder to demonstrate because of gravity.
Gotcha.
So if I go through this portal and then as soon as I do that, shoot a blue portal, what will happen is that I'll be just out of bounds under the elevator, but then the blue portal will have gone away. So because I'm just underneath the space that is inside the elevator, the game will put me in there, like so. And an important thing to note is, like when I'm traveling through a floor portal, there is a part of my body that is, I believe, technically out of bounds. Obviously, it doesn't count against you in an inbound speedrun or anything, but I think a part of your body still does technically go out of bounds. And then the same thing would be true if you're out of bounds and the floor beneath you is inbounds. When I go through this portal, I believe a part of my body will be technically inbounds as I'm going through it. And so if I shoot the blue portal away at the right time, that was the wrong time.
How did you just fly up there from the ground?
This is just no clip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be using that for demonstration. But if I shoot this
Okay.
blue portal away at the right time, I fall through the ceiling. Instead of, I'm not going through the portal, I'm falling through the ceiling. Because a part of my body is technically inbounds, I believe.
Oh, weird.
And what I'm just doing there, the name's technically different, but it's the exact same thing as this. This is just a lot more confusing. So I do that, and then this next stuff all has to happen within a certain amount of time, so I will slow the game down to demonstrate. But I'm going to jump. Jumping under this elevator actually does trigger it to go up, fortunately. That's like the basis for 80% of these routes. So you could hear it go up. And then I go out here, and I'm going to shoot another portal again and get save glitch, just like I did the first time. Shoot that portal to make this a little bit easier. Shoot that out there. Cancel save glitch. And these are portal peaks. Portal peaks take advantage of the fact that portals actually have travel time in this game. So if I'm standing on the edge of a blue portal and I shoot a blue portal, I can actually walk back through that portal before it lands. which really just greatly expands the kind of vocabulary of how you can move, especially with a single portal gun. Interesting note, it is not technically a glitch at all, so it's allowed and glitchless. So I'm just doing portal peaks all the way here. And then this is a vertical wall warp, which is far too complicated to explain right now. Oh, I don't have the timing for this down in slow speed, but I do a vertical wall warp, and then I can do a save glitch on top of it, which would allow... It's all too complicated. Hang on. Let me get here full speed, and then I can start explaining from the vertical wall warp. Okay.
If there's any way you could like give us any info on what that is.
The vertical wall warp?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can tell you what it is at least.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I'm like crouching in this blue portal, and if I crouch, jump, and then do a save load, again, save loads are kind of the main catalyst for a lot of these glitches. If I save load as I'm moving up, the game will actually kind of teleport me to the top of the portal above the wall. And this is useful in a few spots. Actually, in a good amount of spots. But I can just do one save load here. And I'm above the portal. The actual why it works, I don't even understand that. But it is a very simple concept. And then by doing another save load after the vertical wall warp at the right time, I have save glitch now, which means I can shoot this portal, which is going like on this surface down there by the fizzler. And then I could strafe into this elevator, which ideally would still be going up. It would look like this. Never mind, it would not. Yeah, it would look like this. And then shoot that portal there. And again, because the walls that I'm going through are far enough away from the blue portal, that is why I can just go through them all. And because the elevator is a moving object, it is not classified the same as a wall, and the physics calculations are done different. So as long as the elevator is in front of the save glitch portal, it is solid. I don't know the reasoning behind all these rules, but they are rules in the game, and it is just how it works. You know, gravity attracts objects. Same thing.
Does in front also include like above or below?
Yes. Yeah. In front, if it's a wall portal, anything in front of it. If it's like on the floor, anything above it. If it's on the ceiling, anything below it.
And it becomes solid. Gotcha.
Yeah. Any moving objects are solid if in front of it. There's a lot of rules, and there's a few different types of objects. There's like static geometry, like walls. There's like static props and dynamic props. The elevator is a static prop. Things like a cube is a dynamic prop. And they all have slightly different rules for interaction, so I'm not going to go into it, but if you really are curious, you can ask a speedrunner, and they might be able to either tell you or point you in the right direction.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then after doing this and I land on the elevator, shooting a portal down there allows me to preserve the save glitch into the next chamber. So I got my save glitch by save loading on the blue portal. And even though the blue portal is closed right now because there's no orange portal, which means that all the floors and stuff are solid. So I'm safe essentially. However,
For now,
once this orange portal opens, I am no longer safe.
Okay.
But I can move the blue portal, and if I put it there, now the floor is solid because I'm close enough, but this wall is not. Which allows me to... I did the wrong thing. I'm just going to run through this chamber full speed, and then I'll demonstrate, and then I'll explain.
Okay.
This is one of the more chaotic looking ones, but it's actually
Good job.
technically really simple. Not really simple, but one of the simpler conceptually.
Why watching these runs are so fascinating, because it just seems like chaos.
Yeah.
I've been so curious to see it explained.
And then in this elevator, I've lowered my sensitivity, and you can see the numbers in the top right corner. I'm lining up to a very specific number that is useful in the next chamber, but that's not actually a part of this chamber.
Okay.
So now that you've seen all of that,
Yeah. So what did you just do?
it was literally essentially just a lot of save glitches and walking through walls.
Okay.
So with that portal that I brought save glitch over from the previous chamber, I can walk through this wall, place a portal out of bounds, and then do a Pika portal onto that wall. Because this room is like the ending room of O5. There's a trigger in that room that activates ending dialogue. I have all the dialogue turned off right now so that I can speak, or most of the dialogue turned off right now. But hitting the trigger in that room, you have to do that as fast as possible. The faster you do that, the faster you complete the level. There's actually a cap. If you do it like within a certain amount of time from the beginning, then you're golden. You cannot do the chamber faster than that. But there's not actually a lot of wiggle room, so you got to go fast. And then now that portal is on the wall of this room. And by going back, when I go through this portal, it activates the trigger. You should hear some sort of sound. That fizzling sound was the sound of the stuff activating. So then more Pika portals here. And this portal is under the elevator, and I can do a PQR again, portal quick reentry, to activate that elevator. I should not have done that. And then, oh, actually, yeah, it's fine. I'll just wait for her to stop talking.
How did you get here from the elevator? That next spot.
How did I get here from the elevator?
Oh no! I mean, you've already gone back. Like I said, you shot under the elevator and then you appeared next to a switch, or maybe you were just going back.
Yeah, the orange portal is actually right here. So no matter where I am in the level, I can get back here just by placing a blue portal.
Okay.
So I get under the elevator and I just place a blue portal and I'm back.
Gotcha.
And then I get another save glitch just by going to the edge of a portal and save loading. You can get save glitch. Shooting that portal there actually places it over there because of save glitch. Whoops. You can see in the overlay, because I'm just behind the blue portal, I end up just in front of the orange portal.
Oh, the orange.
Yeah.
I see.
It actually, save glitches, they look like they make no sense, but they actually make complete sense if you do the math. And then look down to place the portal. It'll go over there. And place this here. I go up here, and it's the same deal as when going under an elevator. I missed. Do a PQR to end up here because the blue portal was under this floor. And then I do another save glitch. And I have to do this kind of like lead up jump because part of this floor is not solid because it's too far away from that portal. So I do the lead up jump and then I get here, and as soon as I enter the elevator, it will start going up because this elevator is a little bit different. Oh no. Then I have to shoot this portal because it ends up going on the wall of this hallway. And that makes it so that part of the elevator is in front of the portal, but the doors of the elevator are not, because even though it doesn't look like it, the doors are here in some ethereal capacity.
Like it's blocking you from getting in because
I literally
it thinks
cannot
the doors
walk
are
in
closed.
until I shoot this portal, and then I can.
Oh, okay.
Just
That
crazy
makes more
stuff.
sense.
And the reason I did all that weird things instead of just going to the end, why it seems like I went around so much, is because activating those triggers in that specific way allows me to enter the elevator. Well, the order of things that I do is I, first off, get in the elevator. I activate the trigger that says I am inside the elevator, which closes the doors. And then I activate the trigger that says I am outside the elevator, please open the doors. And those things are not supposed to happen in that order. So the doors get, I don't know what happens to the doors, but the important thing is that they're not here, which means at the start of the next chamber, I don't have to wait like a second for them to open. This whole thing saves like 2 seconds. Yeah, so that's this whole thing. Elevator looks really weird without a door, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks a little different.
Yeah, and then even the next chamber, you saw the doors open even though they weren't there. It's weird stuff. Right? But anyway, in that elevator, I would normally be lining up my crosshair using the numbers in the top right corner of the screen to this position, negative 66.81, 168.77. And that allows me to go out and hit this shot right in between the two walls. The portal is actually going in between the seam through those two walls. It's called a seam shot.
Okay.
And that means it lands just below the elevator in the next chamber. This is chamber 6, but chamber 7 is connected. These are actually like, they're two chambers, but it's the same map. And then out of bounds,
Nice.
All you have to do is get to the last elevator in a map, and that's it.
So you're skipping this. You're skipping 2 rooms.
Yeah, doing 2 chambers in
Wow.
one.
2 chambers. Yeah.
And because this elevator, it takes a long time. Every elevator in the game's 14 seconds or longer.
right.
So skipping as many elevators as you can is optimal. Also, fun portal trivia for you. This elevator shaft is the longest elevator shaft in the game. All the elevator shafts are specifically this length. But this
Except for
one is
that
just
one.
really long because chamber 6 was too tall, and like chamber 7, that's why they made it longer. And the elevator actually goes faster to compensate. Right, but anyway.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I'm down here, and I can do that and activate that elevator. And then I do another seam shot here. This is like the hardest shot in the game. It's ridiculous.
So seam shot is just you are precisely between seams, so it's shooting whatever is behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just clarifying.
Yeah, it's like I'm shooting past these walls, and I'm shooting like there.
Right.
And this seam shot is not only hard because it's ridiculously precise for some reason. Like you can see that get it, but if I move my mouse this much, I miss it.
Oh wow.
It didn't even look like I moved my mouse at all. It's that precise. But yeah, doing that, and then a Pika portal here. And this is another instance of a vertical wall warp. Because of the shape of the elevator shaft, doing a vertical wall warp puts you in bounds. Well, the elevator's out there now, so it doesn't do it, but it would normally put you in bounds. And this whole route is pretty stressful because you have to do it in a specific amount of time. So I'll demonstrate here. Whoops. The time from activating the elevator to the ending is about 14 seconds. And if you're not at the ending by that 14 seconds, that's a soft lock.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, I missed. And also the orb can get in the way, as you saw, it just killed me.
Oh. Oh.
And then here we go. You also have to stand next to the elevator when it hits the top, or it doesn't let you go. So now we're in this map, and this is actually the simplest map in the game, and I believe it is the only map where you don't go out of bounds. And this is the route. Whoops. You just ABH and you literally just jump over it.
Because you're so fast going backwards that you can just jump across.
Yeah. There are
Awesome.
alternate routes. Like the most common one is this. Okay, well, bad example. I'm just... you can do that to get to the end because a little piece of that wall sticks out and you can jump on it. But yeah, this
Oh, I
is
see.
a really simple chamber. It just looks really cool because... Yeah, and you can even do it... I'm not going to, like, try for 15 minutes to get the really cool one, but you can do a really cool one where it puts you right in the elevator. But yeah, that's really fast.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And even though that is, like, one of the fastest chambers in the game, over half of the maps in the game in Out of Bounds are actually quicker to complete than that one, if you would believe it.
Wow.
Because when
I could believe it though.
yeah, when you get the double portal gun, everything becomes a lot simpler, actually. Maybe not a lot simpler, but all of the maps where you have the double portal gun are kind of the same because you can do a very similar route for each of them, and it's just get to the elevator as quickly as possible. You literally get there in like 2 seconds. So this is chamber 9, or as GLaDOS says, the impossible chamber. And this is, I believe, the only instance of a glitch called save delay. As I alluded to earlier, portals have travel delay, which means that you can do Pika portals. I shoot the blue portal and then I go through it before it lands. However, the shot delay can actually be increased by save loading. So you'll notice if I shoot this portal, it takes a little bit to get there. However, if I shoot the portal and then immediately do like 16 save loads. Also, just a side note, the reason I don't have a portal gun goes all the way back to when I skipped that cutscene in O2 by being on top of the level. A part of my character was actually outside of what is known as the transition volume of the elevator. Basically, there is a area around the elevator, and if anything is in that area, it gets loaded into the next level. And that includes the player. So if the player is not in that area, they don't get loaded into the next level. And also then the next level doesn't happen.
Oh.
So the part of my player that is responsible for like drawing the portal gun on screen just did not transition. It literally does not exist.
So we're just portaling with our hands. You don't see it.
Yeah. So now that it's going to take a while to load now because I did like 100 because I was explaining that. But you'll see when we load back in, it's going to take like a very, very long time for the blue portal to land. This might actually, because I've stopped save loading. This might actually.
Oh, there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was a very extreme example. Normally, you would never do nearly that many save loads, but if I load the save again, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like 7 seconds of save delay.
Yeah.
And you never normally do it that much. However, this is useful so that we can do a Pika portal from this blue portal into there. Normally, you could never make that work. The portal would it would close too early. However, if you do some save delays, and like something like 12 usually works, you can get in there before it lands.
Oh, cool.
And this is actually important. The old route was just this. You can shoot the portal under the door and then get there. It's like one of the easiest things, one of the easiest glitches you can do.
That's cool.
However, by placing the blue portal on this back wall, wait, hang on. You can avoid hitting this trigger.
Oh.
And this trigger right here, you'll see when I hit it, it causes the elevator to come down. However, even though the elevator is not down, I can still trigger it to go up. If you listen closely, you can hear the sound of the elevator doors closing.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, though... Oh, well... Yeah, I guess the trigger for the elevator to go up actually just triggers it to start moving. And because it's up there, it triggers it to start moving down. But now it's stuck down here. Even if I wasn't stuck in the elevator, it's stuck down here, and it's not going anywhere. So what you have to do is hit the trigger for it to go up, and then hit the trigger for it to go down. So then by the time it reaches the bottom, it will start going up. And that looks a little bit like this. Whoops. So now it goes down, and then basically immediately starts going up. And that's just faster than doing the normal thing, which would be like you get down here, and then you have to wait for the doors to open. But it also lets you do a save glitch. I don't know if you're seeing a theme. There's a lot of save glitches.
Oh, yes.
Wait, I actually did that wrong. And this save glitch...
Oh.
I I forgot to mention. So save glitch, it displaces your portal position, right? Currently, my portals are shooting from where I'm in the top left corner. I'm shooting out of bounds. And if I hit this fizzler, save glitch is like, for lack of a better term, put on pause. So because the blue portal no longer exists, well, funny story, technically the blue portal does exist. It's just closed. The blue portal is still there. But because it is closed, I will no longer be falling through any floors or anything. However, as you can see in the top left, I'm still shooting portals from wherever. But if I save load, you're seeing another theme. Save loads are still very important.
Right.
The overlay actually got a little messed up, but I'm shooting portals from my view now. However, I can still actually reactivate save glitch. So by, let me get back here. It'll just be a minute or a few seconds, really. So by getting save glitch and then save loading here, I'm able to place a portal there, and that reactivates save glitch, which allows me to go through this wall. And then I place that portal down there, which lets me transfer it to this next level. So I have save glitch here again. Also, funny little thing here. This portal, yeah, looks a bit wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Normally, you would not be able to place a portal there. However, because the portal was a holdover from the last level, because it was a space inside the transition volume that has different geometry from level to level, the portal is able to stay, even though that it technically shouldn't be there. And this has actually caused debate about whether this portal is out of bounds. Because in inbounds, you're not allowed to place portals out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
However, the route of getting save glitch and putting a portal here to keep save glitch, do what is known as a save glitch. I'm forgetting the word. But you keep save glitch from chamber 9 to chamber 10. This route is actually a bit useful, or it can be. So a lot of people were asking if this portal was out of bounds just because a part of it is going out of bounds. However, the center of the portal is inbounds. So just putting it out there that I think this is inbounds, an inbounds portal. Anyway, now that we have save glitch here, we can walk here and place this portal before the orange portal opens. Otherwise, I would fall through the floor. But I can walk through this wall. And I can put it on the wall. And this is a series of Pika portals. 2 Pika portals. And then I can do the vertical wall warp again, which is jumping and save loading. It puts me at the top of this portal. And then I can get save glitch.
Oh.
And place that portal so that I can stand on top of this whole area. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this runway to get a lot of ABH speed and hit the back of this elevator, actually. Funny thing I can demonstrate. This trigger is in the back of every elevator, and it's normally the trigger that like changes the level. So when the elevator reaches the top, it like activates that, and it does the change level. I think. I don't know that for certain, but I think that's what happens. However, in this map and this map only, I hit the wrong button. In this map and this map only. Oh, right, I have save glitch. Silly me. Yeah, save glitch kind of makes you go through floors. But in this map and this map only, you can transition level just by touching this trigger. And now I'm in the next level.
Whoa.
Which is really cool because it allows you to go, allows you to not ride the elevator, which saves 14 seconds.
Then how do you get to the next? Then how do you literally move out of this area?
Yeah. If I did it like that, I'd be stuck down here. This is a soft lock.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you do some crazy stuff. However, here? Cool, okay. So since I'm up here and I have save glitch, I can go through those walls and I can ABH to get speed. And even though when I hit the trigger, I was inside of that elevator, because I had so much speed, I was going at like 2,000 velocity. And for reference, walking velocity is about 150. So I was going like over 10 times that. during the load from the first level to the next level, the game clipped me a little bit so that I ended up outside, and then I can place a portal here and do the rest of the map. This whole route really did kind of work out perfectly. The distance is just enough to clip right, because clipping in this game, if you're out of bounds anywhere, just standing still, and you crouch and save load, you will move down, which is really useful
Interesting.
for getting in bounds.
Right. You did that earlier. We
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah, I did. But also, if you're moving through, if you're like stuck inside of a wall for some miscellaneous reason, and you have a lot of speed, and you save load, you will keep moving in the direction that your speed is, just for a little bit. You'll still be stuck in the wall, but you will move a little bit. It is actually really difficult to get in that situation where you are stuck in a wall and you have a lot of speed. However, when it does happen, you can clip. So,
Okay.
that's how you end up here. And also,
Okay.
oh yeah, there's something I should mention. In this version of the game, you can move freely out of bounds. In the version of the game that most people play on, if you're out of bounds, you literally can't move. You need a portal nearby you to move, otherwise you just get stuck. But in this version of the game, that is not the case. So, why is it not the case that I just keep flying past? Like why doesn't this happen? I just keep flying past.
Yeah, and then you just fall away. Okay.
That is because whenever you're out of bounds, pausing will completely reset your speed. See, I'm falling.
Oh, straight down.
Yeah. And I can be going in any
interesting.
direction. Pausing just sets your speed to 0, essentially.
Hmm.
Unless you have save glitch, in which case it has no effect. So by pausing kind of during the load, I can stop myself there.
Right. Okay.
And save glitch was not transferred here. Preserved is the word I was looking for. Save glitch is not preserved here because the blue portal was outside of the transition volume of this elevator. Therefore, it just was deleted. And so was my save glitch.
Okay.
So this next bit is a little time sensitive. So I'm going to run through this map at full speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then explain.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that was a bad one. Also, this is really annoying because sometimes you get unlucky in where the game puts you, and then you don't have enough velocity to get out. So I trigger the elevator. I got really unlucky with that portal boost. Trigger the elevator, and then get the dual portal gun. I have portal funneling on.
Ooh, okay. Wait. Is it funneling?
Yeah. Wait, do I? Yeah, I do. That's weird. Portal funneling is just, if you're falling into a floor portal, the game will kind of push you into it, help guide you. It's really useful for people who are not 100% comfortable with their movement, and it can be really helpful regardless. But it just kind of, it can mess with you up. So I usually play without it. Some people play with it. It's personal preference.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to do that again, but without the mistake. So I like this map because it's just really funny how you activate the elevator for chamber 12, and then you get the portal gun in chamber 11.
So you're going back and then forward again.
Yeah. Because it's
Okay.
all in the same physical map. So now I will slow the game down and try to explain it as I'm going.
Sure.
So right here, I put this portal on the side of that. And then the orange portal opens as it was shot by that portal. And then I shoot the portal on this weird invisible wall outside, do a Pico portal.
okay.
and then shoot the portal under the elevator and do a PQR to activate the elevator. And then shooting the blue portal to get back here, shooting there, and then jumping to the portal gun. Then shooting the orange portal up by the ceiling there. And going through this blue portal. And by crouching as I go through the portal, and then uncrouching and recrouching again, I now have quantum crouch storage, which means that when I go through this portal, I can see out of bounds.
Oh, wow.
And I shoot the orange portal there, blue there, wait for it to land.
Get out of bounds again. Okay.
Shoot orange up there. And then here is a new method of save glitch called a falling save glitch, which is only possible out of bounds. But if you are falling from an orange portal, that might not have been the right timing, and you save glitch out of bounds, you can actually just get save glitch. And I got it.
Oh, nice.
So that's why I fell through that ceiling and hit the fizzler.
This is all very precise, but I actually, like, slowing it down actually helped me understand a lot of what was going on.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
because it's all just
quantum
very
crouch
fast,
storage.
and you have to know what's going on beforehand if you want to understand what's going on.
Right, for sure. So with the crouching thing, do you does it like somehow increase your height and you jump, which is what let you see above the ceiling, or like how does that work?
I will explain it because this is the first instance of that happening.
Right.
Actually, I'm going to open the other version of the game because in this version of the game, you can't quantum crouch. But in the newer version of the game, they've fixed the glitch where you couldn't do the quantum crouch glitch. So now you can do the quantum crouch glitch. I don't understand what's going on.
Weird. Okay.
But a quantum
like here,
crouch.
have it back.
Yeah, this is the newer version of the game. Still, it's from like 2011, but it's still a newer
Right.
version. So if you just crouch during an uncrouch animation, this is quantum crouch. Actually, I'm going to solve this so that the orb doesn't get in my way. And with a quantum crouch, I'm moving at crouching speed even though it looks like I'm standing. And that is because the hitbox of my body is crouched, but the camera position is not. So if I was to... Whoops. If I was to throw myself against a ceiling, I can see out of bounds because my camera goes through the ceiling before my body hits it.
Because it's higher up than where you're supposed to be.
Precisely.
Got
So
it.
you
Okay,
can use that to do like, this is like the old way of doing this
Got
chamber.
it. Cool.
It's actually really easy relatively, but you can't do that in the older version of the game because in the older version of the game, you can't quantum crouch like that. However, there are other ways. You'll see if I try, whoops. Cheats on. You'll see if I try to quantum crouch, it just doesn't work. But luckily there are other ways, and namely this is one of them. So now I'm quantum crouched. I can do the thing, fling myself against a ceiling.
Gotcha. I see.
I can go out of bounds. And you can also like go through a portal. That's the easiest way of kind of getting out of
into
bounds. Technically, this thing is also possible without a quantum crouch. It's called a clipping glitch, which is an entirely separate thing. But even though they're separate glitches, a quantum crouch is basically just a way to make that a lot easier.
Okay, gotcha.
So that was how I got out of bounds to begin with. And then through all of that, I did the falling save glitch, which is only possible out of bounds. And it allows me to get save glitched on that orange portal. And then I placed both of the portals down there while I had save glitch on them, while the level transitioned. So now I have save glitch, which means this wall isn't actually showing up because I have the seizure-inducing walls turned off. But there's a wall here, actually.
Okay.
Because when I go out of bounds, everything else kind of pops into view. Even though technically this is not out of bounds, this is. Only when I can see a portal shot is it out of bounds technically.
Okay.
It's like, this is out of bounds. But now I have save glitch here, which allows me to shoot that there, shoot that over there, and then do another PQR to re-enter. That's the wrong portal. Oh no. Yeah, another fun thing to note is if I do a save load here, it pushes me down because I'm like out of bounds inside a wall.
Weird.
So
okay.
because I'm out of bounds and do a save load, it pushes me down. It's just down happens to be infinite down. So that can actually mess you up because if I'm making a safety save here and then I miss this or whatever and I load it, I'm out of bounds. So what you have to do is jump and then make your save.
Okay. Okay.
That's just an aside. Actually, I wonder. Yeah, if you do it at the wrong timing, you can get a vertical wall warp too. Never thought about that actually. So you can get two separate glitches that are both undesirable in the current. So that you just save with a PQ jump, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that orange portal there. I'll run through this full speed and then kind of explain it.
Sure.
Wrong one. I just shot the wrong portal there. And then I wait here patiently for the elevator to hit the top. And then I'm in the next map.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
Whoops.
Well,
Oh
how
my
far are we
God.
through at this point?
We've just gotten the double portal gun, so we're actually about halfway through the game.
Nice. Wow. Okay.
And I know if you're concerned, like, oh, we're an hour in and we're only halfway through. What I'm about to explain here basically applies for the next, like, most of the game, actually. So I'm just going to explain
yeah, no,
this.
it's all good. Hey, we're here to listen and learn.
True.
We're learning today.
Oops. Oh, right. I was supposed to.
It's still honestly like a fair amount of terminology that if you're hearing it for the first time, it can be a little overwhelming, you know?
Yeah. I guess that's the case with any
Anything that has tech with
professional line of field. It's like jargon. It's
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
can sound overwhelming, but it is, in a way, necessary almost.
Right. There's always like I almost had a name for the show that was similar to like Explain Like I'm Five, because I feel like that's what a lot of us like, you know, you'd see a run like this and you're just like, I don't really honestly don't know what's going on. I've played Portal and I can't tell you anything about what's happening. And so being able to like get, you know, wrap your head around it is
Yeah, speedrunning the game, nothing like playing the game.
right. Yeah. I mean, it's the goal of the show is to help people be able to like really understand. So, yeah, like it can be a lot of new terminology, but this is why we have this, so we can just really.
And
get
then
a
again,
chance
if
to
you
digest it.
if you are really interested in learning this, the video will be uploaded to GDQ's channel, right?
Yes.
And I will also, I want to check to make sure it's okay, but I think I also might be uploading it to my channel at youtube.com/can'teven. If you
Yes.
want to watch
And
it
we'll
there.
go over all that stuff at the end
Yeah.
too.
But this is not, you don't have to be furiously taking notes.
Yeah, exactly.
So right here is another vertical wall warp to save glitch combo that I missed because the timing is weird. And it's also kind of hard. Let me do it full speed. Yeah, so now we're here with save glitch. So I can shoot that portal there, and because I'm now far away, I fall through the floor. But I hit this because it's either close enough to the portal or it's an object. I don't know, honestly. And then I move the two portals close to here so that they will transition when the elevator hits the top. And I just wait here patiently for the elevator to hit the top. Oh, I did that wrong. If you do it wrong, you lose your portal gun.
Okay.
So don't do that, I guess. But yeah, you have to be close enough to the elevator, or to the elevator shaft. All right, so then I can walk out here. Wrong portal, I guess. Place that orange portal. Place a blue portal here. And this is another just PQR to get inbounds. And then... Wait, what is it? Oh, okay. And then it's just basically maneuvering to the next elevator, finding the top, and doing the exact same thing I did before. Hopefully it's at least sort of obvious how what I did there was similar to what I did previously.
Yeah.
And that is all that these next few chambers are. It's just the same thing, slightly different environment.
Right.
Find
Just
your way
really
to the
just
end.
warping to the elevators.
Yeah. This one actually is different for reasons. Oh, I missed. Oh, no, you're kidding. Oh, but this one is a... I missed again. Is a falling save glitch. Oh, but it's the same deal. I placed the portals there to keep the save glitch.
Right.
And then this is just like what I did a few chambers ago, where I put a portal here, there, and there. And another falling save glitch. Here, I like to get this turret here and burn it, just because there's free time.
Poor turret.
Yeah, I mean, they're not sentient, I think. So, and I might be going a little fast here, I just realized, but it really is,
It's
this
a
is
very
all the
similar
same
process.
thing, essentially.
Yeah. I'm still trying to like get my head around it a little bit, but I do see the similarity in the pattern of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this elevator is right here, so I just shoot under it. Whoopsie. Double. Oh, I know what's happening. Okay. Never. I know. I figured it out. This is far away, so the timing was messing me up. Anyway. Same thing. Figure out how to get to the end. Do the vertical wall save glitch combo to get on top. And put these down below. And wait patiently.
Okay.
And then here, I shoot up here. This time I don't go to the elevator because there's a trigger right here that you have to hit for the GLaDOS to start talking. Now she won't actually start talking because I have her voice lines muted.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to hit
this
this.
for?
How soon you hit this determines how quickly you end the level. So hit this. And now I'm on a timer for the elevator to start going up. So I can do all of this fun stuff, which is going to save maybe a second.
For more information, please attend an
And you'll see
Center Electrical
GLaDOS is
Safety
finishing talking. As soon as she finishes, elevator starts going up, and I can do that. I will actually explain a little bit of what the heck went on there. This is what I'm doing right now. This is an old route because I have an old save. Don't worry about it.
You gotta get her to talk.
So now that I'm up top, I shoot this portal down here, right below a ceiling. And I'm doing a quantum crouch thing again. So when I go through this portal, I will be able to peek my head through the ceiling and shoot a portal.
Oh.
See, I'm out of bounds.
Yes. Cool.
And then that blue goes there so that I can stand out of bounds. Peek a portal. Peek a portal.
Oh, and then there's the elevator. Okay.
Yep. And then that one takes a while because it's so far. The distance is a
Yeah,
lot.
this is super far.
And then I do another falling save glitch here.
Mm-hmm.
For
I'm
more,
catching on.
for more information,
And the reason the falling
please
save glitch
attend
works
an
actually is the same reason that I can clip inside to things from above. Because you know how when you're out of bounds and you save load, you get moved down. The same thing can apply when you're inside of a portal. So because you get moved down during the load, the game in a way almost doesn't realize that you moved outside of the area right in front of the portal. And that's the whole reason why save glitch works is because the game thinks you're in front of the portal when you're really not. And again, I'll explain this all soon with the
Oh.
inbounds run.
Yeah.
But that's why it
okay.
only works out of bounds. And so
Electrical
I hit the
safety
fizzler.
seminar.
And plug in. Let me get
That
the
was a good
overlay
way
again.
to put it, though.
Yeah.
That was helpful.
Oh, it's not showing. That's annoying. The plugin is not perfect sometimes.
For more information, please attend an information. Please
Hopefully I
attend
got
an
that.
Enrichment Center Electrical Safety Seminar.
Right. So, yeah, I don't know what the deal is. That is totally just not. Or actually, it might be. Yeah, okay, it totally was right. So that blue portal ends up going there,
Okay.
and then oh man. Let's load this save.
Please attend an Enrichment Center Electrical Safety Seminar.
Where does that orange portal go? I thought it went here. Okay, the orange portal just goes right on top of it. But the important thing is that when I shoot the orange portal, all of this stuff becomes non-solid, including the elevator. I can just go right through it.
Oh, okay.
Information. Please
So I shoot the
attend
blue
an
portal,
Enrichment
and then as soon
Center
as the elevator starts
Electrical
going up,
Safety
I shoot
Seminar.
the orange. I jump and then shoot the orange portal so that I can go through the doors, land in the fizzler, which resets my collision because
Which
the portals are
resets
gone,
them. Uh-huh.
and then shoot those
And then you redo it.
to get back save glitch. Exactly.
Perfect.
And so now I will have save glitch going into this next map, which is the start of the escape sequence. And then again, there's a wall here. It's kind of invisible, but this is out of bounds. And so I can go here, there, I think. That's a great question. What is the route here?
For more info,
Oh, and I know it. It's that, and then here. So I do like a jump and then move right and then move left so that I can stay in bounds. Because if I'm at
If
a
you
place,
jump too far to the right, you fall.
yeah, if I jump too far to the right, I fall. So I jump and then shoot that portal and then shoot the orange portal here.
You
And
go
then
through.
This
Okay.
shot is basically just to the end of the map.
Okay.
And we're at the part of the game right now where there's no more elevators.
Oh. Okay.
All the transitions through levels are just you hit the trigger and you go to the next level, which makes it really fast. For example, and you're able to stay out of bounds kind of by just going through a portal, like on the ceiling.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So the trigger is right below that orange portal. So when I go through the blue portal, I will kind of hit it in a sense. And then it's the same deal here. That's just a shot to the end of the map, essentially. And right here, it's the same deal where the trigger was just right there.
And you're getting continually pushed halfway through these portals as
Yes.
you place more of them.
Yeah,
So
that's a
continue
great
to
point. Because when
jump.
because the triggers aren't actually out of bounds, because that would be really dumb. So when going through the portal, a part of my body is inbounds, a very small part, but a part of my body is inbounds enough to actually hit the trigger and transition to the next level. But
Right.
my body is out of bounds enough to stay out of bounds.
Right.
So then that
This is
portal,
perfect. So you're just warping to the next section because of how you're kind of in
Yeah.
and out of bounds at the same time.
yeah, and then again, I go through this portal. So when I exit the blue portal, my feet technically will be just barely inbounds enough to hit this trigger, which is right below me. And then now I'm here. And I'm actually going to demonstrate something cool, is that all might have kind of made sense, but this is what it looks like at full speed.
Okay. Oh my God.
That was the fastest I've ever done that, actually. Wow. That one was actually insane. So yeah, now we're at the end of the game, kind of. Because that's what it would look like in a normal Portal speedrun.
Wow. I
So
will say that trying to think if there's a time that's never happened before yet on the show. For the day.
Yeah, and now we're in the last map. There's over at the beginning where the playground was. There's the cake room,
Oh yeah.
and we're gonna do our final vertical wall warp save glitch combination. The timing for this one's actually a bit tricky because this map is so big. The loads take a lot longer.
Okay. Right.
So now I have save glitch on this orange portal, and this save glitch is confusing because it actually utilizes camera displacement. So the first step, I have save glitch on the orange portal. The first step is I shoot the blue portal roughly there, so it lands on that. It's technically a ceiling, like underneath a floor of this big room that the Gladys room is inside of. And then I walk here, and you'll notice the view in the top left is different because I am behind this orange portal now. My body is here, but my camera has been displaced to that blue portal.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Can I also ask what the room that you're right next to is supposed to be?
This room?
That no, right above it. This 3 walls. This right here.
this?
Yes.
Oh, this is just a light. This is just
Oh,
a
this is a
light
light
that
coming
goes
down?
into this room. Like if I was to go
Oh.
here, it's just lights.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, whoops.
Okay. Okay. Wasn't sure. Oh, I see with the other turrets in the distance. Okay.
Yeah. So that blue portal goes about there. And then I'm going to swap the positions. So now the top left is where my body is, and the main view is where my camera is. So by shooting the blue portal there, I
Whoa.
can now... So now my portal gun is inside the Gladys room, but my body is just right here.
Whoa.
Because my blue portal was there, I am just outside of it, which is inside the Gladys room. I can then shoot the orange portal here, which will make me fall through this ground, but then I can shoot a blue portal there to catch myself, because if I get in front of a portal, it cancels save glitch. Looks like this.
Right.
And now the orange portal's in the Gladys room. And then you would
So
take a
weird.
turret in there, because you're going to use the turret to kill GLaDOS. An,
Oh my
an important thing to note is that
Who's there?
once you go into the GLaDOS room, you hit a trigger that kills any objects outside of it. That was the wrong portal.
Are you still there?
But the turret is not there anymore. He's gone.
Oh, so you have to be careful going in.
Yeah. Well, not really, but it's just you have to keep in mind while routing it, because it's really annoying because there's a lot of wait time in the GLaDOS room, but you have to get the turret there before you start the timer.
Okay.
So get this turret here. I'm gonna do it kind of slow. So then you use the turret. It's hitting you, but it's also hitting GLaDOS because it's missing. It's not really hitting GLaDOS that much, worryingly. This doesn't need to be this slow. It's not that complicated.
Are you still there?
And this whole section is just using the turret to hit GLaDOS and trying not to die. My game
Right.
crashed. We're gonna open
Maybe
that
didn't
again.
like going that slow.
Yeah, it usually doesn't crash there. I don't know. It might have been the speed.
Yeah.
Is it back on screen?
Yes.
Okay. We'll go at half speed.
Okay.
So then the turret hits GLaDOS some more.
Deploying surprise in 5, 4.
And every time the turret hits GLaDOS and her voice lines get messed up, that saves half a second.
Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Awesome.
So that is why I keep going back. And then this here is an edge glitch. This portal over here is right up against the edge of that wall. Counterintuitively, the way to place it right up against the edge of this wall is to actually place it right there. You'll see
Okay.
the distance between the edge of this portal and this wall, there's like a little bit, but if I place it over here, it's actually like going over the wall.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The portal,
Gotcha.
most walls in this game, the portal goes to like the opposite corner if it's only like a single portal wall. it goes to the
Gotcha.
opposite corner. And that was actually, I'm guessing, intended to prevent what I'm about to do. And we want to get as close as possible to this edge of the portal, so place it against there. And by walking into this portal, my
Oh, I see.
portal camera goes over here. And technically, I could get save glitch here. Actually, I would have to walk away while getting save glitch. But technically, I could get save glitch off of this, and then I could do all the fun save glitch things, like go through these walls. But that is not necessary right now.
Not as useful for during the run.
Yeah, not necessary. The only thing that's important here is that I can shoot a portal there. I think wrong portal. Doesn't really matter, but I keep loading the wrong save. So I can shoot a portal there. And that is on the outside of the incinerator chute.
Oh, weird.
So if I put something in it... Okay, it doesn't do it with the turret, but if I put a core in it, the core's gone. And GLaDOS is like, whoa, my core.
You're just doing that for all of them, and then you're
Yeah,
done.
you do that for all 4 of them, and that's time. I guess that kind of explains all of any percent. There's
That's so wild.
yeah, probably some things I could have explained better, but
Would you mind showing the fight done at normal speed?
yeah, sure.
Cool. I'd love to see that.
I'll start from here. This might take a try or two.
Sure.
That's why I won't get it. That might. Okay. So. Oh, wrong portal. Blue, blue, orange, blue. That's wrong. Yeah, save glitches can be really confusing because, especially in inbounds, you'll see there's a lot of this where you're just shooting portals almost blindly, and you have to just trust that they're hitting the right spots. You can just get hit in like a totally... Your portal can end up in the wrong spot, and it'll be a very confusing experience for everyone involved.
Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise.
And that's time.
And that's time.
My gosh. That's awesome.
Yeah, in that case, I actually went a little too fast. I also skipped doing one of the GLaDOS hits with the turret. But in that case, I went a little too fast because if you go too fast, it's a soft lock. And the reason why is really funny because normally in the GLaDOS fight, there's a bunch of introduction and stuff before GLaDOS's purple core or morality core drops. And then
Right.
you put that in the incinerator and then the fight starts. And then after the morality core, curiosity core, orange, cake core, blue, and then the evil core, anger core, red.
Yeah.
However, the only reason those cores drop is because you hit GLaDOS with a rocket. GLaDOS is programmed to drop a core whenever she's hit, or whenever she takes damage.
Okay.
So by bringing the turret in there, you can make her take damage before she was supposed to. And they didn't think
Right.
to not allow her taking damage before the fight starts. So you actually knock all 3 cores off of her like first thing as you get in the room. And then
Then you have to wait for the 4th one.
and then you take the time to get the cores down, and you have to wait for the 4th one because the only way to speed, you can only speed that up incrementally by speeding up her dialogue. So yeah, you actually,
Gotcha.
the last core that you drop in ideally is the first one that should have dropped.
Oh,
So if you drop the
So
other
you're
3
like-
cores in, her dialogue gets messed up and she never drops the first core.
oh, I see. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that she does that correctly,
Mm-hmm.
or the fight will never end.
Fight will never start technically.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, but then this is the end. You know, GLaDOS gets up, the credits roll, all that fun.
Cool. All right. So you all want to see inbounds now?
Yeah, I am going to take a little break to drink something.
You want to take a quick break? I'm happy to do that. I can talk about some stuff, and we can. You need to get up and stretch for a sec.
Or yeah, if there's anything you want to talk about, sure. Because this inbounds is really just going to be I'm not going to explain all of Inbounds. I'm going to explain save glitch a little bit more in depth, and then I'm going to showcase some of the really complicated save glitches, and that'll be all I'm doing for Inbounds.
Sure, no problem. We'll just take like a just quick 5 minutes then, so that we can so you can take your time. You don't need to like rush
Okay.
into it, do anything you need to do to set up. So what I'll say right before we do that is that if you've missed out on any other GDQ hotfix shows, we have an archive of all of our past runs and shows at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. Speaking of that, we now have the GDQ Sum of Best Segments, which is a secondary channel launched on YouTube. It is a highlight channel, so it'll have regular videos like our main channel, but with small highlight reels for all of our main events and hotfix. So you'll get to see like things like this, for example. It's like the best, you know, the kind of most interesting or best moments, etc., of any of the shows. So if you're just like, I need a quick recap of what happened, or you know, and then it makes you want to watch the whole episode, you can go check out the Sum of Best Segments channel on YouTube. I'm sure there's a link from their YouTube, from the main YouTube channel, but yeah, go check that out. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, we will be right back, everyone. Sit tight, and we're gonna get to see some inbounds coming up next.
Okay.
Hello, we are back. All right, it is time to get into the inbounds section of this game, so we get to see more about. I mean, we're still just all about Portal tonight. I'm back again with Can't Even, if you all have been watching. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. Again, this is That's Never Happened Before. And we are learning all about the glitches in Portal. We are going to start the inbounds run, so I'm going to hand it back off to Can't Even and be here for questions and things like that on the side. So yeah, I assume we're going to be taking some of the information we have learned from this first part and transferring a lot of that into the second part, because I've heard you like mentioning things like, oh, in the inbounds, you know, etc.
Yeah.
As we've gone along. So
I mean, inbounds and out of bounds are very different, but you know, obviously it's the same game.
Right.
A lot of things still apply. The only difference is, obviously, I won't really be going out of bounds.
Right.
And because of that, inbounds necessitates heavy, and very complicated use of save glitch. And if you weren't here for the out of bounds explanation, or you just don't quite remember because it was all very confusing, save glitch is when you save load on a portal and then weird things happen. Oh, I didn't get it. That was very anticlimactic.
And basically, the portal is usually on a wall that you can kind of like get next to, like behind or on top of, so that your vision is slightly like outside of that.
Yeah, this portal is right up against this edge of the wall, which allows you to get edge glitch, which is usually a prerequisite to get save glitch. Technically, edge glitch is not required for save glitch. However, it is the most common way to get save glitch, and it is the easiest way to get save glitch. Actually, I believe, let's see if I remember this command. Okay, it's not working. I don't remember the command. However, there's a little box, invisible box, in front of this portal. It's called the portal bubble. Oh, I know there is portal bubble 1. And now you can see, it might be a little small, but in the top right corner of the screen, there's some text that says portal bubble 1 and now portal bubble 0. Basically, if you are close enough to a portal, it sets portal bubble 1. And that sounds just kind of like a stupid, oh, okay, hey, if you're in front of the portal, then you're in the portal bubble. But it's actually really important, because when Valve was making this game, they had the problem of how do you code portals? Kind of an important problem to deal with when making the game Portal.
Right, it's kind of the whole game.
Yeah, and it was mostly like the physics of it, because especially if you're in a map with like cubes, if you have like a situation like this, the cube is technically, it's here, decidedly in here, but it's a little bit inside of the orange portal, and that means it's a little bit outside of the blue portal. So I have to collide with this cube, even though it's all the way over there. And the way that they decided to make that happen was by using portal bubbles. And so whenever you got close to a portal, your collision with the main world would stop. Technically, because I'm inside of this portal bubble, I'm not colliding with the version of this ground that exists in reality. I'm colliding with the version of this ground that exists in the context of this portal. And the same thing with this cube. And actually, you can see sometimes the collisions are a little glitchy. And this isn't, I'm not even doing anything. It's just, you can probably, if you put an object like inside or near of a portal and walk on top of it,
Like that'll probably
little
just happen.
glitches might happen because they had to make the physics calculations run faster so they could be cheaper computationally. So that you could place a portal. That's really funny, actually. So that you could place a portal anywhere and things could happen quickly, because this game came out in 2007. Computers were good, but they weren't great back then.
Right.
So
So strange.
to recap, basically, whenever you get close to a portal, your physics simulations are swapped with physics simulations that are slightly less accurate and only meant to work between portals. And the physics simulation, the area in front of this portal and in front of this portal, for physics purposes, is treated like it's the same exact area. It's just like there's literally a hole here, a rectangular hole that you can walk through and things just go through. It's like there's not even a portal here for how physics is concerned. But that's
Right.
kind of my best explanation attempt at portal bubble. There's a developer commentary about here, if you go into the developer commentary, that explains why they put a portal bubble here, and I think that's a really good thing to listen to if you want to kind of get a start to understanding it. But for Save Glitch, you'll notice if I just walk at this here, I'm not in a portal bubble because I'm not in front of the portal. And if I go here, I am close enough to the portal to be in the portal bubble. And if I walk at the edge just right, I am now close enough to actually be in the portal bubble. And by save loading here, I can walk away and still be in the portal bubble. Because you'll see in the top right, it says I am. The game still thinks I'm in front of this blue portal.
Weird.
So the game is using the collision as if I were in front of the blue portal. And a good friend of mine and scientist by the name of Uncrafted Name just sent me this version of Source Pause Tool, which, what's the command? Allows me to perfectly visualize what's going on. All of these walls of different colors are all of the walls that are close enough to this portal to be taken into consideration for calculations. So the reasoning behind this is, if I'm in front of this portal bubble, why should the game bother to calculate my collision with that wall all the way over there if I'm never going to be close to it? So if I go all the way over here, the game will just not calculate my collision. Because, again, the game thinks I'm in front of that blue portal.
Right.
I should never be over here. This situation where I'm both kind of technically in front of that blue portal and all the way over here should be impossible. But as we can see, it is not.
Right. You just have to be careful, because this is like a situation where it gets similar to out of bounds, like where if you could fall out of bounds.
Yeah, like if you fall here, that's out of bounds. And in an inbound speedrun, you can't do that.
Yeah. This is
However,
big no. Okay.
Yeah, the good news is if you're like accidentally fall out of bounds, you can reload a save. And if it's from before you fell out of bounds, it doesn't count against you. It's just slow.
Okay.
Yeah, but the reason that they thought, now I'm out of the portal bubble, because normally when you leave the area in front of a portal, the game takes you out of the portal bubble and puts you back into like normal physics calculations. So the whole thing with Save Glitch is basically getting out of the portal bubble without the game knowing. And in this instance, and in a lot of other instances, I actually believe every instance of save glitch has to do with moving or being moved during a loading screen. I take that back. There is one instance of save glitch where there is no saving involved, saving or loading. You just get save glitch. But even that's
Weird,
too
okay.
complicated for today. I don't know how it works. It's basically like it abuses unstuck code by you like go in an angled portal out of a floor at a specific angle and it teleports you back twice. Very, very weird stuff that I don't know. But it's important because there are routes that use it. But basically, every single way of getting save glitch involves being inside of a portal bubble, saving and loading, and then after the save load or save loads, you are outside of the portal bubble. Because if you move out of a portal bubble during a save load, the game might not recognize that you've left the portal bubble. So for example, if you look at the top right corner of the screen, I don't know how well you can see that, but right now I'm moving left to right. It is the middle number that is moving. That middle number determines my position along this axis. So if I go here, my middle number is currently 240.07. But if I were to walk up against this wall normally, it's 239.97. I'm just a few fractions of a pixel closer to this wall than I am if I walk against it regularly.
I see. Okay.
And after a save load, that 240.08 will turn into never mind. Okay, I take it back. There are some instances where this is true, but I actually have no idea how this works then. Yeah, whatever. You can ask somebody later if you're really curious, but it doesn't really matter. The point is, I am now inside the portal bubble. Man, I was really thrown off guard by that. Yeah, so I have no idea how this works actually, but I'm now inside the portal bubble, but I'm not, and that allows me. Oh, right, I have to explain the rest of this. So I already explained why if I go to like this floor, I'll just fall out of bounds.
Right.
But I have not explained why if I shoot here, the portal lands over there. I'm going to turn this drawing off. It's a little much.
Sure. I know this is a lot.
Yeah. So if you look at the screen in the top left, you can see that when I go behind the portal, the screen in the top left moves because the screen in the top left is showing where my portals are shooting from. You'll notice if I shoot at the wall, you can see it's going to the wall. Shoot at the dropper, it goes to the dropper because it's not actually shooting where I'm looking. I could shoot like there and it lands there. And this is like this is the part of save glitch that is the most difficult to understand. Maybe not the most difficult to understand conceptually, but it gets very complicated very quickly, especially when you have the double portal gun and you can shoot both portals to change where your portal gun is. Because the position of your, what I'm going to be calling portal gun offset, it's kind of like this phantom body. It's been called a lot of things. It's been called like theoretical body or ghost body or like camera portal gun. I'll be calling it portal gun offset. This depends on my position relative to the blue portal and the orange portal and the location of the orange portal. Because you'll see, if I was to look through this portal and walk towards the cube, I would be going towards the cube. If I go here and walk towards the cube, I'm still going towards the cube. My portal gun offset is moving as if I had gone through the portal and was moving on the other side of it.
I see. Okay.
See, I'm looking at the orange portal and I'm looking at the back of the blue portal.
Right. It's like, oh, you're on the other side already.
Yeah. The game is moving my portal gun as if I was on the other side already. And
okay.
And now I will explain why it's doing that, because you might be thinking, why on earth is it doing that? So, right now I am on top of this sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I stand up, I'm here now.
Right.
However, I'm not actually here. I'm still technically over there. My feet are on top of that sign, and the center of my body is also on top of that sign.
Right.
And you can see it because if I shoot the orange portal, I will no longer be in a portal. So the game has to choose somewhere to decide where I end up. And as it turns out,
Okay.
it's by the sign.
Uh,
So
okay.
my body is technically on top of that sign. Although my camera, as you'll notice, I'm shooting portals like I'm over here.
Right.
So the location of where my portals are shooting from and where my body is different.
Okay.
Because my camera has gone behind this orange portal and is now through this blue portal. So whenever the camera position of your player is behind the portal that you are currently in front of, the game will teleport that camera to, or will teleport the position that the portal gun is shooting from to the other portal in order to make this thing work. And you can, this is also really fun because you can just keep shooting the blue portal kind of. It's
You
a
just keep
really,
moving around.
yeah, really quick way to get to this part. You know, this ending here.
Oh, that's great. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the exact same thing is happening here. The game thinks that I'm in front of this blue portal. And so I go behind the blue portal, and the game thinks I'm still in front of it. And so because my camera is behind it, it teleports my camera to the other side.
To the other side of it. Okay.
All right, that's, I don't know how much that made sense. I tried to explain it, but that is like the core principle of why save glitch works at all, why you can do all these crazy things that I will be demonstrating with save glitch.
I mean, it like saying enough stuff like around the actual camera mechanics is really, that's been really helpful compared to a lot of the other stuff. Like, I mean, just for someone like me who's just trying to like get the grasp of it, it's definitely like the game just thinks that your camera, like based on the angle of where you place this portal, the camera thinks that it has gone through, but you haven't actually done that.
Yes.
Very super duper easy way to put it.
Yeah. The
Okay.
game kind of thinks it's using the logic for when you're in between a portal and your camera, your head, and your body are in different parts of the portal. It's just misusing that logic.
Yeah, that actually helps a lot too. Just like you were explaining with the cube earlier.
Yeah. And it normally that only happens in like floor to ceiling portals because your camera is in the exact same place as your body laterally. It's only higher up.
Right.
But the logic still applies for portals on walls.
Cool. Okay.
So now that I have kind of explained or tried my best to explain the why behind save glitch, I will now go through the first save glitch, the first like normal inbound save glitch in the game, and I will
Okay.
do a demonstration of what is going on.
Sure.
So now the game thinks that I'm in front of this blue portal, and I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to shoot this portal here. And now this screen is where where my portal gun is going to shoot from.
Okay.
Because my blue portal is here. Even though I went through the fizzler, all it did was close that blue portal. It didn't
Sure.
get rid of it. It's still there. It's just closed.
Right. Yeah. I remember you saying that.
So I'm a few paces behind the blue portal, and then a good bit to the left and up. So
Oh, you're above it. I see. Okay.
if I go a few paces behind the blue portal is into the orange portal. So if I go a few paces behind the orange portal and then I go to the left a bit and up, I end up here, which is
Okay,
the
so-
exact same room that the portal gun goes to.
Okay.
So it's not just some random place. It is entirely to do with how far I am from the portal that I save glitched on and then where the orange portal is.
Okay.
So then I shoot the blue portal here. And what that does is it completely changes where my portal gun is firing from, because the blue portal is now there and it's acting like I've gone through there and then like way up. It's really hard to understand, even
Yeah.
for like runners, where things are going when portals are on the ground because the angles are just so weird. For
Okay.
example, I am moving my mouse left and right, but you can see on the screen on the left,
Doing like a weird U.
doing really weird things.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
if I move my mouse in a small circle, just weird things happen when you have like portals at differing angles. But anyway, point is, the math works out so that when I walk this way, I am now in chamber 3. I don't know where the sign is, but I'm in the next chamber. Well, I'm not, but my portal gun is. So then I can shoot this portal, jump, and then strafe into that orange portal. Because the blue portal is currently closed, I can collide with the ground. However, when I shoot it here, I can no longer collide with the ground because the blue portal is all the way up there. There's no way it would bother to calculate collision for me down here. Oh, I messed up. Because if you do a save load while a portal is closed, then it resets your portal gun offset to normal. So I did that shot, and then I landed here to cancel my save glitch. I'm now in chamber 3.
Oh, wow.
And then you can just go to the end. Yeah, and then this part is another really difficult save glitch. This is actually kind of one of the craziest routes in inbounds. I think I'll just do this one for kind of a showcase.
Sure.
Especially since this is the second save glitch. I don't know if I want to explain everything that's going on.
Right. As long as we have you can just like be like, I'm doing a save glitch here.
And then this is inbounds, even though
In
I'm
general.
kind of inside the wall, it is inbounds.
Okay.
And so I put the blue portal down there to do a save glitch preserve, the exact same thing I did in out of bounds. And then I put that portal up there. And then as soon as this orange portal opens, I fall through the ground. So I have a very limited amount of time to do this.
To not accidentally go out of bounds.
So I grab the cube and then stand on it. Now the floor is not solid, but the cube is solid because the cube is in front of that blue portal, because the blue portal's on the ceiling. Anything below it is in front of it.
Oh, interesting.
And actually, because it's a cube, it would also be solid if it was behind it, but it would be solid in a not useful way. It would be like really, really weird. Actually, I can demonstrate. So if I put this portal there, this cube is now behind the blue portal, and it's going to do really weird things when I try to land on it.
Oh.
So not very useful. Oh my!
Yeah.
Now I got to put this back.
My goodness.
Oh, where can I put this? Save glitch is just very complicated. Even if you know what it is, you have to so unintuitive oftentimes. So anyway, this route, you grab this cube, and then by climbing with the cube, I got my angle wrong. Let me just redo it. So grabbing the cube, climbing with it, allows me to put a portal here. I'm just no clipping here, but so this is where my portal gun is. It's really hard to move the camera like this. This is chamber 5. And so I can put a portal here, and then I can ice skate, which I don't even know why it works, but I can ice skate over here. And now I'm in chamber 5. Do another save glitch. And I can walk through this wall because it's far enough away. Also, this looks very out of bounds. I can personally guarantee you that it is not out of bounds, at the very least as defined by the speedrunning community. I personally agree with their definition, because the definition of out of bounds is like, I think, being outside of a brush. And that's a very technical Valve software source engine mapping term. But basically,
Okay, so it's like, I wouldn't know what a brush would mean.
because I at no point can shoot a portal out of bounds when walking through this wall, I am not out of bounds. If I was to go here, this is out of bounds when I can shoot a
Oh,
portal
I see.
there.
Okay.
But if I walk through this part of the wall, it is not out of bounds, thankfully. And then
Weird.
I would go through here. Shooting a portal there fizzles it for some reason. I don't know. And here, another save glitch.
Good job. As part of a
And
required test
what this does
protocol,
is it allows
we
me
will
to...
start enhancing the truth
There's a
and
portal like
grace.
on a ceiling, and as this elevator goes up, I will eventually go behind the portal. As you can see in the top left corner, it's about to go like that. And then at the right time... That was too early. Oh, I missed it, I think. You have to get it first try, because if you reload the save, your portal's fizzled, it won't work. But you can use it to get out of this elevator door like a second early. All right, and then there's no like save glitch in this map. It's just inbounds kind of do the normal thing.
Oh, okay, cool. My
And-
gosh, one that's kind of normal.
Yeah, and then this one, there's also no save glitch here. However, this is there is this cool route.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's just a really cool route. You can do the ABHs, which is like negative. Okay, I almost said negative bunny hopping. That doesn't really make any sense, but it's like you can ABH or AFH, which is what's called when you do it forward, off of the slope of that door, and you can go high.
Oh, okay, I see.
You're like moving really fast, and then you redirect all that speed this way, and you go off that slope and up into that door.
That's cool.
Uh,
Slopes in games tend to be a lot of what breaks them.
Yeah, actually, yeah, because in a Half-Life 2 speedrun, slopes... Oh, slopes. There are a lot. So now I will be demonstrating this save glitch. This is actually one of the more complicated ones.
Okay.
It would take a long time to like go through and explain the reasoning of why every portal is located where it is.
That's fine.
Oh god, do I even remember this one? Okay, let me try it with pure muscle memory and see if that gets me somewhere. Because if I don't remember this one, there are other ones that I do remember. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. It's there. And then another save glitch here.
Back
Goes
where we
like
were.
there. Ah, muscle memory saves the day. So yeah, and now I'm here in this elevator shaft as the elevator's going up.
So why did you return to that room?
I returned to that room because when I activated the elevator from the bottom, I was stuck there. Like, there's no way to get to the bottom from the top. You have to go around and out of bounds. Not out of bounds, I should say.
Oh, so you did some of that first part of that movement was to activate the elevator, and then you do it again to get to the elevator?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. That makes more sense.
Yeah. So, let's see. There is that. So I can break it down by like, by what is what. And I can also do a little slow so I can talk as I'm doing it. Whoopsie. Yeah, the goo in this game is actually not that deadly if you know what you're doing, because you can swim out of it. So this is what is known as a soft wall, because I'm save glitched on the blue portal. And if I walk like kind of directly behind the blue portal, my camera is actually now where my portal gun. My body is still, I think, in this room up there. But now my portal gun and camera are here.
That's
So I
weird.
can shoot this blue portal here. And it's just close enough. And the floor is constructed in such a way, like in Hammer, in the map editor, so that I can stand here.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then the blue portal is there. It's at this edge of the wall. So if I stand here, I am now in front of the blue portal, which means that my portal gun is no longer offset, and I can shoot the orange portal there. And because of math, my portal gun is in chamber 11 or chamber 12. So
Because of math.
yeah, and then shoot the orange portal there. And because of more math, I am now under the elevator. My portal gun is, so I can shoot it there, go in front of the blue portal. And now I don't have save glitch because I'm directly in front of a portal. If you are ever directly in front of a portal, you don't have save glitch anymore.
Sure.
So then I can go here, activate the elevator, shoot the portal at the right angle for later, get save glitch again, move over here to
Okay.
shoot that portal on the wall, shoot that blue portal there so that I can go through this wall, shoot it there, go here
Okay.
to land, and shoot that up there.
Then brings you back to the elevator.
Yeah.
Okay. So while I could not replicate that myself,
Yeah.
I have the basic gist of what's going on.
It has moved from like not what the heck is going on to okay, I get it. Like you can comprehend a little bit.
Right. Exactly.
At least. All right. I'm gonna go through. Let's see. This is 13. There's a save glitch in 13. There's a really cool one in 15. There's a save glitch sequence of 16, 17, 18. It's really cool. It's called turretless. I'm gonna just kind of showcase more of those rather than fully
Sure.
explain them.
That's okay.
But these
They're
are
all
some
like
of the.
based on the same principles. Just being able to see them would be really cool.
Yeah. I'll maybe do them like kind of slow. I don't know.
Sure.
But then, and in the top left corner, you'll be able to see where my portal gun is shooting portals. Which, by the way, that like picture in picture, not allowed in runs. You have to do all of
Yeah,
it
that's fair.
blind, for lack of a better term.
But it's very cool that we get to see it here.
Oh, whoops. I did that wrong. Oh, right. No, this one is... I gotta crouch for it. Whoops. There we go. And you just get there. It's a really cool... Full speed, it looks a little bit... Not 133. Full speed, it looks like this. Never... Not that. Yeah, that's what it looks like when you mess it up. That's a little bit out of bounds. Full speed, it looks like that.
Okay, cool.
And then in chamber 14, there is no save glitch technically. But I had to showcase that off because it... Come on, that's really cool.
That's super cool. Ah, it's so simple.
Yeah, technically, the old route was like this. Whoops, not that. Old route was... You would do like a fling.
Oh, gotcha.
What was the old route? Yeah, you did a little fling up there. Or if
Just like-
literally you could just do this. And you're at the
Oh,
end.
cool.
It is
Yeah.
This chamber is very, very easy
Yeah.
to bypass.
It is.
However, also these doors are not solid because sure. I didn't even do anything for that one. However, the coolest thing to do is you can jump from this elevator, do a reportal, actually do a reportal, and you get just enough height. And by
That's
save
it.
loading is just a little quality of life improvement. You'll see if I do this, my camera like spends a long time turning around, but if you save load, it just turns around instantly, which allows you to
Nice.
turn around. That's a really
Yeah.
clean chamber if you do it right. Okay. The next chamber, I am gonna just do this save glitch full speed ahead just for the shock of it.
Okay. Just for the
Whoops. Okay. Ooh, that's okay. I'm gonna utilize my context clues here.
You're mostly just using the orange portal, right? Because you set the blue. and
Yeah,
you
that
put
is a good
there
point.
So you can
So
do
I'm
the
doing,
rest
like,
of it around that.
orange, 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 blue, blue, orange.
Oh,
And I messed it up a little bit, but I will
Whoa.
get it this time because It looks really, really cool if you get it
When it's at full
all.
speed.
Oh man.
Go for it. I want to see it.
Ah. Okay, well, you usually don't get it all first try and runs. So that was
Right.
that 15 save glitch. It
That's a
looks
lot.
it looks insane, but it's all relatively basic. I'm in front of this blue portal, so I shoot it there. Now I'm behind it, so I'm actually really close to the orange portal, but I just shoot it there. It's all relatively simple, just save glitch portal. Like, shoot the orange portal, and then my portal gun moves to a little bit off of it. This one is
Okay.
really weird because I shot that blue portal there,
Okay.
and I'm like 700 miles away from it. So the offset
Okay.
on that orange portal is like ridiculous.
Okay.
But somebody thankfully did the math, and it puts you at about here. This is the final room in 15. It puts you about here,
Okay.
and you can shoot that blue portal, and then now I'm below the blue portal, which means in front of it. So my portals are now here, so I can get there
Oh, weird.
and end up at the
Then
end.
you use one to fling you over. So strange. That's super cool.
Yeah. And now for turretless. This one route, it's not like one save glitch for all 3 maps, but the one route kind of goes through all 3 maps. So
Sleep mode active.
Okay.
Enrichment
I'm
Center
ready.
see if I,
for the inconvenience and wishes you the best
there's like
of luck.
technically a quicker,
Put me down.
oh, and I messed it up a little bit, but it does not matter for now.
There you are.
I can get rid of that turret because the route is turretless.
Shutting down.
I think, yeah, okay.
So why are you going in and out of the elevator?
I
Is it
went
going to
in
the
the
next-
elevator both to activate it and to hit a shot.
Oh.
And I put that orange portal down there so that I could get save glitch preserve. I have save glitch, and if I shoot this blue portal, I fall through the ground.
Oh.
However, by shooting it and then doing a little save glitch or save delays, I can buy myself some time. Oops. Oh, what the heck? What is? I guess I was shooting the wrong portal. Okay.
Okay.
And then I can end up here. Shoot
You
these
can just
portals.
move through the wall without going out of bounds. You can
Yeah,
still
it's
push
just
through
because the wall's
wall.
just glass.
And then you shoot the portal to make the ground solid.
Yeah, and the portal would also make the glass
Gotcha.
solid. So you jump just before everything becomes unsolid, and then as you're in midair, everything is not solid. But then just before you land, you shoot the portal to make everything solid again.
Gotcha.
A
Okay,
lot
cool.
of the
Sweet.
new save glitches that have been found in the past year are just variations on doing more and more things when less and less things are solid. And it's a little bit interesting. Also, this one's cool because if I just get off this button, the blue portal fizzles. Just because of the
weird.
way it's placed.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I can go in front of this orange portal without worrying about losing my save glitch. But if I go underneath of it,
Oh.
the overlay is messed up. But if I shoot that blue portal, it goes about there. This is in a room.
Oh, I see. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then I can go here.
Yeah, having the second camera is so useful
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, it's useful for us too. And then this shot, basically it's like right here. The orange portal goes there.
Oh wow. The next
And then I can shoot
room.
these. I don't even really comprehend where all of my portals are going. I just know where to put them.
Yeah, you just know where to put. I feel like that's going to be a lot of it for people who want to learn this. It's like, here's where
Yeah.
you put the portals. We're trying to, like, you're trying to help explain why it works, like, as best, you know, to the best of your ability. As a world record holder, you're like, well, this is the best I know, but hey, it works. And I've had that. I mean, that has been an explanation on the show before. Is people being like, I don't know why this works, but it does, so we use it.
Yeah. In the cases where there's something where people know how it works, oftentimes the world record holders are not the people who know. The people who know are like the PhD level scientists, like working in the background trying to find routes and have like,
Right.
you know, all this calculus going on in their head. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is 18, and this is a really cool save glitch. I think, yeah. And now I'm at the end.
No, oh my gosh. Nice.
And then I'll actually do all the save glitches through the escapes, just so you can see them all. I won't really explain. That was not a save glitch. That was just a separate thing. It's too much to get into. Where is it? There it is. There it is not. Okay. There it is. There. Wrong portal again. Wait, what? I shot that. Where's the lineup? Is it like there? Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction.
Weird. So
It's okay. This is very angle sensitive because as you see in the top left corner where the portal is going
yeah.
is on a
it's
ceiling.
shifting? Yes.
And then because I'm so far away from the portal, it's very angle sensitive. It's like, it's the same concept of like the closer you get in on a CD or a record, the slower it's moving, whereas the further you get out, the more small angles lead to huge changes. It's that, but in a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I found the right lineup now. I just didn't see it. Because there are lineups for all of this stuff. We're not just like cracked out of our minds just shooting. There's lineups for all of it. So that is that map. And now we get to see if I remember this route.
When was the last time you did this?
Like a month and some change ago.
Okay, that's not too long.
Yeah, it's not too bad. That's
School gets in the way. How dare school get in the way of speedrunning?
well. At least I'm going to school for music, which I really like. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, I shot the wrong portal. That'll do it. Okay.
The top left camera is showing where the gun is actually shooting.
Yeah. Oh darn! I
is-
messed up.
Which is why sometimes you get portals that are not where it looks like you're shooting them to be.
Yeah,
Because of a glitch.
because I'm save glitched on this orange portal. When I go behind it, my portal gun starts shooting in places that is not. You can see the particles aren't coming from me. They're coming from the area in the top left corner. And I explained earlier why that is the case. So you can look there.
Yeah, we went into it for a while.
Here is this lineup. I believe it is. Yes.
Oh, wow.
All this crazy shenanigans. Oh, that Pika portal's a little hard.
We're doing a save glitch here.
Yep, that was a save glitch.
Nice.
And I set those portal locations up. Actually, there's a really cool save glitch here. This is not the fastest route, but it's really cool because it's just a bunch of... That's wrong. It's just a bunch of really quick shots. Just kidding. I definitely don't remember it anymore. Now, do I even remember? All right, let me see if my muscle memory can take me here
Sure.
for the route that I normally do anyways. Yeah, okay. And that's the route. Something interesting to note about this route is that a lot of it was done with no collision, technically. As soon as I walk forward and shoot this blue portal, there's no collision with this floor.
Oh, no.
The only collision also this floor doesn't have collision. But the only collision I had is with this ladder. And the ladder doesn't even do anything. The ladder's only there to make you look up. But
Weird.
because it is technically an object, if you collide with a dynamic prop, which is basically any object that either like moves a lot and is kind of small or that you can pick up. So things like cubes, cans of beans, this ladder, I guess, but not things like elevators. Any dynamic prop, if you collide with it, you will collide with all map geometry for like a second after. And I don't know why,
Oh,
but it is the
okay.
case. So I can do this in a little slow motion.
Searching.
I jump and then shoot there. And because I've collided with that ladder, I'm kind
You
of just
have that, like,
I'm just
second of-
surfing. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't fall through the floor. You get to kind of stay along the map for a bit. Oh,
Yeah, oh, that was a bit wrong. This angle is also very angle sensitive, that shot.
yeah.
Full speed's just, whoops. I gotta jump and then shoot, not the other way around. And go here, and that's the end. And there's no save glitch in this last part, but I will finish it off just for finality's sake.
Love that.
There's a really cool angle glitch here, which is kind of a double teleportation. Why am I here? It would take too long to
Oh.
explain. But
And now we have the whole using the turret again.
yeah, and from this point on, this is the exact same as Out of Bounds.
Same stuff. Yeah, I assumed.
Even the glitch I showed in Out of Bounds earlier, where you like use an edge glitch to shoot this shot, it's not Out of Bounds, technically.
Well, you're also not going out of bounds. You're just sending the other things into the
Yeah.
death.
And like, because you can't shoot portals out of bounds either. That is not allowed. However, this shot isn't out of bounds.
That's
Like
so
this,
weird.
even this area is not out of bounds. It certainly kind of looks like it. But the Source Engine, thankfully, has graced us with a very, very solid definition of out of bounds.
Yeah.
And this doesn't
This is-
fall under it. So,
Just bright. Just super bright.
oh yeah, it's because it's ending. I'll be picked up soon. I guess not. And roll credits. 3 times speed.
wild.
Whatever. But yeah, that was Portal Any Percent explained and Portal Inbounds kind of explained. That is,
Kind of explain.
I think that might be one of the best explanations of save glitch that is publicly available in one spot. Hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, like, it's just, I feel like you'd have to watch over this at least twice. So, I mean, feel free to do that, everybody. It's going up on YouTube after this.
Yeah.
And those watching on YouTube for the first time, feel free to just start the video over. It's just a lot to digest. And that's cool. I mean, it's just, there's so much going on with this. And, I mean, not to say, like, you're already working with a very complicated physics engine to begin with. Like, they had so much to figure out for this game. So the fact that you're able to break it apart and then try to figure out how a complicated physics engine is then broken apart and utilized in different ways. It's just like layers on top of layers. So for trying to kind of walk us through that, a lot of people for the first time, I think that this was like super well done. And, it's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. Like and I think something cool about all the glitches, because at the very beginning of this, you asked like why Portal is a cool game to run. And I think one of the main reasons is that all these incredibly complicated glitches, once you start running them, they don't even feel like glitches. They're just pieces of the puzzle. They're just game mechanics. Like
Right.
you pick up a cube and you put it on a button, you save glitch and your portal gun gets offset to where the other portal is. It's a completely different kind of puzzle game.
Yeah. Yes.
And to
For
be
sure.
fair, I've made a few routes in my time, but the vast majority of these routes are not mine. And they are all of the really smart people in the community. And it's not just one smart guy, you just doing it all. Like sometimes there is one smart person, but it is really a community effort to find all of this crazy stuff. And then
Yeah.
all the routes are found, and then all the runners spend time just really getting it faster. And a lot of it's crazy just because it looks so fast. Like if you look at the
Yeah.
any percent world record or the TAS especially, it just looks crazy because it's so
Yes.
fast. And it is kind
Well,
of
again,
crazy.
like that was part of why I wanted it on the show, like why I thought it'd be super interesting to hear about, because it's just it looks like there's so much, and I mean, really, there is so much to explain. Even though you're like, well, we're using this kind of thing in multiple ways, it's still there's just like so many layers to it. But this is like a great jumping off point for those who are interested in more around this game, this series, like if you all want to learn it. So yeah, so I think that we'll go ahead and wrap up for the episode. But this was really cool. I really appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you so much for explaining all of this to us and trying to walk us through it as best as anybody could.
Cool. Yeah, it was a pleasure
Um,
being here. I do want
yes.
to. I want to add one more thing. Yeah, if
Sure.
anybody was like particularly interested in this or has been interested in Portal speedrunning for a while and is just watching this, there are a lot of cool and great resources to actually start speedrunning Portal. If you do want to start speedrunning Portal, I'd recommend finding the Discord server. You can just probably look up Portal speedrunning Discord server, or I know for certain that the link is on the speedrun.com page for Portal.
Okay.
And then there's like a Google document that has like tutorials for like every single route, like beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert level that you could realistically need. And the community is great at asking questions. I mean, like, try not to ask too many questions that are like answered in the FAQ right in the document. But for the most part, the community is great at answering questions. And if you want to know more about like the nitty gritty of these glitches, there are maybe like a dozen or so people that just love this stuff and they'll talk your head off about it. And it's great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we had a very good example of that happening today, which is great. I mean, again, this is why we have the show. You know, I want people who are passionate about games like this and about the mechanics that go into it to come on and talk about it. And it's great to hear that the community surrounding this is also super passionate and also wants to help talk about it more in depth. So yeah, again, you heard it here. There's the FAQ and the Discord and all of these things that tools and information that is available to you all to check out. So make sure that you do that, and make sure you check out Can't Even as well and your streams and all your stuff. So what do you do? Like, where can we find you? Where do you put all of your content? Twitch and elsewhere.
I really just put all my stuff on my Twitch channel, and then any world records I put on my YouTube channel. I might put also some other stuff on there, but mostly I just stream on Twitch. However, I am currently at school, and have a very busy schedule, so I will not be streaming a lot upcoming. However, winter break and summer break, I do usually stream a lot, so be sure to catch me there. Twitch.tv/CanEven.
Can't Even. So just CANTEVEN.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Make sure that you go ahead and give him a follow so that you can catch the times when he's able to go live this semester. And then when you see the streams happening more often, which would be great. And then and then your YouTube channel, is that the same?
Yep. YouTube.com/CanEven.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, chat, right? Asking all of the questions. Well, thank you so much. Again, this is amazing. Thank you for explaining things to us and showing off Portal, because Portal's such a good game. Such a good series. It's such a good series. It really is. And
Yeah,
the
it really
speedrun
is.
is so cool. All the speedrun categories really that I've seen. So really appreciate having you on. This has been great. Another awesome episode. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. Again, hey, I'm Kungfufruitcup. I never introduced myself at the beginning of the episode, but I assume you all know me by now, or you're like, she's kind of around. It's all good. So, if you are watching on YouTube, feel free to join us over at twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick to check out our live shows. There's a lot of hotfix content out there nowadays. We have a lot of hotfix content. Lots of shows happening all the time. Make sure you check them out. Plus the new YouTube channel, which is Some of Best Segments. GDQ Some of Best Segments. Which is awesome. It's the highlight reels for all of that. In terms of more hotfix content, you can check out coming up live here. Tune in on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we have another episode of Random Number Generator. and that is going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern, and that will be a Metroid Fusion randomizer. So if you like randomizer games, any games with randomizers, like go check out Random Number Generator. Tuesday, 7 p.m. It's going to be awesome. Metroid, let's go. But yeah, thank you all so much again for watching. It's been great, and we will see you next time. Should be early October. It'll be the second Saturday of October, and then we may have some further adjustments from there, but we will update you when everything's in place. But yeah, thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you again, Can't Even, and we will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.